Okay, welcome back to our program again. We are still continuing to look at the operating system that we are using. And the one thing that we are going to do now is to look at how to create folders. See, that's a folder, and a folder is just like a place to keep uh, a lot of documents. So for example, if you are in Unum, you can actually create a folder to keep your work in Unum. So you call it a Unum folder, or maybe my Unum folder. And then inside there, you create other folders. We call them subfolders. And then in those subfolders, you are probably to have some things like chemistry, biology, whatever subject you are doing. So um, and it's very important to use folders when you have your computer, because folders normally they keep your computer clean, and you have like things at the same place. So for example, I'm saying if you have one Unum stuff, they will be in one folder. So every time you want to look at them, you just go to that folder and you can look at them. How do you create that? Well, if you are going to create a folder, you come up here on the screen on your table, on your desktop, and look at an empty space like this. Okay, don't point to any other place, but empty space like this one. Right click, and then you can go to new, and you can see new folder. You click now, use the left button, you click and you create a new folder. Now, while the folder is like that, you can automatically type in the name of the folder. You don't have to delete it, you just type the name you want to give to your folder. Now, remember, it's nice to give a proper name, a name that you can remember what is in that area before you can actually, what is in that folder before you open it. So you give it a name, Unum stuff. For example, I can call it Unum stuff. Okay, see the way I am giving my, actually that is should be you because I'm talking about stuff. So now I'm using you see that S is actually capital, so I'm starting each word with a capital letter just to make it easier for reading purposes. Now once I'm done with that, I'll just hit enter on my keyboard, and now I have created a folder. How do I open that folder? Well, to open a folder, there are two ways that I'm going to show to you. First one is to click on the folder, to select it like that. Once you select it, then you hit enter on your keyboard. It will open up that folder. How do I know it's the folder? Well, it says Unum stuff here. That's the folder. When you open the folder, just remember there are two sections to this area. One, this is the section we call, let's say, Windows Explorer. So if you want to look at Windows stuff, you come up here, see Windows Explorer. If you want to look at what is inside the computer here, you come up here. That's a Windows Explorer. Now, you do not to change things here. These things are fixed. They are put there for your easy use. Please do not change them. If you change them, they're going to disappear. They're going to cause you a lot of problem. But in this place here, you can jump, you can swim, you can do anything. This is your area. This way you mess up. This way you do whatever you want to do. This is actually your area. That area, please leave it alone. Okay. So now, if we come up here, I can now create subfolders. Remember I said you create a folder and then you create subfolders. So how do I create a subfolder? Well, I come up here in this area and right click again. Once I right click, you can see I have my new and I have my folder. Normally, some other programs you will have up here, you have something that says new folder. I don't know whether this is new Windows or the new Windows. No, okay, it doesn't have, but most of the stuff you will have probably something here up here that says new folder, and you just click on that and it will create another folder. So once we create that folder, again, the same system we use to create the main folder, which is Unum stuff. So I can actually do that again. I can create that, and I can rename it. I can actually go there and rename it. So it's probably I name it has already been named new folder. I don't want to call it new folder. I'm going to point to it and rename it. Okay, so I can now give it a name. Maybe this is my physics. That's my physics stuff that I'm doing. So I hit enter, and then I have the name of my sub folder, which is inside this folder. So I can create a lot more of them, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to close that. Right. So I have a folder now called UNAM stuff, and that folder allows me to go into if I open it, that's another way of opening it, of course. By double clicking, I have my subfolder called physics. So now the other thing that you can do with folders is you can move them. All right, how do you move a folder? What if I want to put it up here? Well, I can just point to this folder, click, see the left button, hold it down, and just move it wherever I want to move it to. Of course, there are certain things, there are certain restrictions that will come up on how to move these things. Okay, I will show them to you soon. All right, now if you are going to save something in this folder, it's nice to know, it's actually nice to know where this folder is. Now this folder here, UNAM stuff, is on my desktop. So if I want to save something in there, I have to go to the desktop and find that folder and open it and save things in. Okay, so I'm going to show how to do that. But first of all, let us quickly do something else. Now, I'm going to try to move some letters. See, there are some folders or some documents. I have two documents here. I have a copy of weekly something, and I have another document online, and I have another document, Sample and Anias or whatever. I don't know, that's Sapient. I have all these Microsoft Word documents that I want to put into this folder. So now I'm going to use this, and I'm going to show you how to use certain things. For example, if I want to select these, that, and that, and that, and that, I want to select them all at the same time. All right, so how do I do that? Well, you look at your keyboard. Okay, you look at your keyboard. First of all, you find the first one. You click on it. See, you select that. That's called selection or highlighting. And then you find a key on your keyboard that says CTRL. It's called Control key. Hold that down, and then you click on the next one. You're still holding down the Control key, and you click on the other one. So you can see now I have now selected four items. Okay, they can be document, they can be whatever, but in this case they are just files, Microsoft files. So I'm going to move them, and I'm going to put them in my folder. So if I do that, they are gone. And see, the computer is now telling that it has actually moved. They are now gone. Can you see all of them? They are now gone. Right now, if I open my folder, you can see all the programs that I installed there or I copied there. They're here. So that's the good thing about folders. Now, the other thing that you have here, this thing is now a window. So this, what we have opened, is called a window. So now this window allows, you can do a lot of things within this window. First of all, you have this top area here. We call that the title bar. See, that's where the title is, title bar. Now, if you point and click and hold, you can actually move your window to wherever you want. Okay, not only can you move your window to wherever you want, you can also size it. So you can go to the edge. See, when I come to that edge, I get that double arrow thing there. I click and hold, and I can make it bigger. I can do that from the top, from the bottom, from the sides, etc., etc. So this is something I can do quickly. So it's up there and you can do that quickly. Now the buttons up here, that is one that says minimize. If you click on it, you can see that my program is now minimized. It's now up somewhere on this is here. So if I click here again, and this one says maximize, right? Now when it's here, it's no more maximized. It's actually restored down. That means it should take me back to where I was before I maximized. So I will click on that and it will take me back to this area. That's where I was. And then you have that is actually closed. It tells you can close. Of course, if you don't know the names, you can just point to one of them and the computer will tell you what the button is all about. All right. Now, the next item that we're going to do is to move things from here. So if I want to move one document here. So I can actually, this document, I can either copy it and move it. Now there's a difference between moving a document and copying a document. When you copy, you take a copy and leave the original. But if you are moving it, you are taking the original and put it somewhere else. Okay, so that's the difference between the two. So I'm going to move this document. There are two ways of moving this document. One is I click on it and just bring it up here. Bring it up here, so it's there. Okay, that's one way of doing it. The other way of doing it is to select that document, select it like that, click on it once, and then copy it. Now, to copy, you have to hold down, if you want to use the keyboard, you have to hold down the control key and C. So you hold down the control key and C at the same time. That's actually copying. Okay. I don't want to copy it. I want to move it. So if you have to move it, then it's Control X. Right? Control X. Can you see that it is now changed? I come up here and I can right click and just paste. Right? So there it comes back. Right. The other way you can move the document is again, I can just copy them, I hold my control key and then move them, all of them at the same time. So I click and hold and move them at the same time. So that's another thing that I can do. It's taking its time. It's not taking its time here. So I'm just going to move them, all of them. Okay, so there's another one. So there's another one there. So they are now all gone. I moved them. All right. That is how to work with the folders, and we have now learned how to copy, how to paste, how to cut, how to copy. So these are tools that you will use. Remember, when you are copying something, there are two ways you can do it. If you are copying two adjacent things so if I want to copy that and that, or I want to select that and that and that and that, all I have to do is to hold down the shift key and click on the first one. Sorry, there was another one. So click on the first one there, and then click on the last one. So I don't know why am I having this thing doing that. So I have my shift key and I can just click on the last one. So you can see I have now collected 4 items, adjacent items, opposite items, and then I just do it in 2 clicks. One, I click here, the first one there, hold on my shift key and click on the last one. So they are all selected. So that's another way you can select items. But if you are selecting items that are not in the same place, you use your control key. So you select the first one and then you take your control key and select the other ones that you want to select again. So you can see I selected items, different areas. Okay, so just remember that. But the next item that you're going to have a look, let us just go again. Right click, and you see that little item there that says view. It allows you to view your icons. Do you want them small, big, or whatever, medium? Also, it allows you to align your icon to grid. Not only that, it also allows you to arrange your icon in different ways. Okay, so there are quite a lot of stuff that you can arrange your icon, automatically arrange. Now, can you see? Currently, I'm not doing that. But if you look at that, my new folder there. I put it there. It's not in a line, it's not aligned. But if I tell the computer to align, to arrange my icons, it will automatically arrange that. Can you see now my UNAM stuff folder has been aligned to other items that are on my desktop. So now sometimes it's nice to keep, if you are going to keep that off so that you can move things. If it's on, if it's on, you have auto arrange, you can move things. If you move it to here, for example, if I move, it will not stay. It will automatically leave and come back to the line. So if you want to move those things, you better take this off. Now the other stuff that you have here is sort. How do I arrange? Now you see these icons here. They are put on the desktop, but they're not arranged according to anything. So what if I want to arrange them according to names? So A comes first, B and Z comes last. Well, I can tell the computer I want to arrange them according to their names. I can also look at their memory size and arrange them according to that storage size. Also, different item of the same type. For example, all Microsoft Word document will be at the same place and modified. That is the date that you saved this, the last date that you saved your program. So you can actually go there and say, okay, I want you to check this date and arrange my icons accordingly. So that's something I can do. There's also if you click on this, there's refresh. That refresh is English word. Please check it up on the dictionary. You can also undo moves. If you do something now, you can undo it quickly by coming up here. Also, there's this screen resolution. We touched on it when we were looking at this area here. Please, I will suggest again. Now, I have warned you of 3 things you should not do. Change the keyboard type, and please do not change this landscape here. The orientation in here, do not change it. Because if you change it, your computer is going to turn upside down and you are going to take time to change that back. So please keep it as it is. Okay. So that's how to create those. Now, I think I'm going to stop here and actually create another one where we are going to learn how to affix, or maybe I should just continue because it's just that. Right. So the last thing that we are going to do in here is to how to affix or to fix, to pin, to create shortcuts and to pin items to the desktop and to the start menu. So if I want to start a program now, I have this program, beautiful programs here. I go to application here and I want to have a program called Skype. Right, so I have that Skype there, and I want to put Skype to pin Skype to one of the places. All I have to do is to right click on Skype and look up there. It says pin to start menu. So I can actually pin it to the start menu. Can you see now? That is actually, I put it there now. Skype is pinned to the start menu. Right, let us do again. So what if I want to pin something to the taskbar, right? I'm going to pin Google Chrome. I think I don't have Google Chrome there. No, I have Google Chrome. So I'm going to look for another one. Okay, so I'm going to look for another program. Okay, I'll go to accessories and I want to pin this paint to the what? So I can pin it to the start menu, or no, I don't want to pin it to the taskbar. So I can pin it to the start menu or to the taskbar. So I'm going to go to the taskbar and pin it to the taskbar. Now you can see I have now my little item there. So I can launch it from here, instead of actually go and look for it. So automatically I come up here and start drawing. Right, so that's the beauty of it. I'm going to not save this, of course. And then I have another one that we need to know is how to create a shortcut. So if I have a program here and I want to create a shortcut for that program, for example, I go to Microsoft Word and I want to create a Microsoft Word project shortcut. What I have to do is to right click on it, and then I go to send. If you go to send, you can see here it says send to the desktop, create a shortcut. So I just click on that, and voila, my shortcut is there for Microsoft Word. You see, every time you see a shortcut, you always see that. Okay, that's the stuff that you see. All right. So thank you. We're going to close here. So if you have any problem, please, as I mentioned before, just talk to your lecturer. They will help you. So we're going to do one last thing, a very short one, but we're going to do in the next video, which is how to print. Right? How to print and save your documents and opening some application software and creating some document, and then save them, and then also print them. So we are going to learn that in the next slide. Thank you.